Hi, Mark here. So, question for you. Do you suffer from perfectionism? And suffering from perfectionism is where we want to be a certain way, we want things to look a certain way, we want things to unfold in a certain way, and then for it to be okay. And I have found kind of in all my years of living life on the planet and wisdom that life and things very seldom happen in that perfected way. And so, how do we adjust to that? Because when we get so caught up in our attachments, when we get so caught up in how we think things should be, that we kind of restrict this flow of energy, we restrict the flow of possibility, we restrict the flow of joy being in our lives, we restrict fulfillment showing up in our experience. One of the analogies that I use with my clients is that for those of us who have had children, when your children were learning how to walk and they didn't do it very well, they fell over, they stumbled, they fell, they cut their heads and all this different stuff. Did you just tell them, hey, just lay there on the ground, don't get your posterior up, just lay there, man, okay? Don't even try. If you're not gonna do it perfectly, don't do it. No, of course not. But why do we have this tendency to do this upon ourselves? Why do we have this bad habit of being so difficult upon ourselves? Like, we got to be a perfect certain way before I can go express myself. I got to look a certain way physically before I can consider myself handsome or beautiful. I've got to get straight A's on the test, 100%. We have to realize that part of perfection is stumbling and falling. Part of perfection is getting up and wiping the blood off your knee and continuing to move forward, but learning from the experience. If I think it and relate it to music and songs, it's like I've played certain pieces hundreds of times, and every time there's a mistake that shows up. A buzz of a string, you pluck too hard. There was a time when I was a perfectionist and that it had to certain look and sound a certain way in order for it to be perfect. And I really experienced this when I did my first album, Sueños. I could have spent the rest of my life perfecting that album. But at some point, you just got to realize it is perfect the way that it is. Let's get it out. Let's release it. Let's get it going. And to think of it, if I had never done that, I would have never discovered my healing gift through music. And then you learn from the experience. Okay, this is what I liked on the album. This is what I didn't like. Oh, let's apply it into the next one, into the next level of expression. That's learning, that's growing, that's unfolding. And I think in order for us to really open up to a whole nother level of peace, joy, fulfillment, we have to expand our definition of perfection. That sometimes perfection means having a little pot belly. Sometimes perfection means making a mistake. But yet it's the act of learning from those experiences that set real perfection in motion. And we allow ourselves to flow with this thing called life. You're made up of the same magical energy that set this beautiful universe in motion. How could you not be perfect? Just breathe that in. So regardless of the challenges that are going on in your life right now, regardless of the mistakes that you've made, oh my God, I should have invested in Apple when it was only $1 per share. Or maybe I shouldn't have gone out with this person or married that person. If you can learn from those experiences and if you can grow from those situations, that's perfection in motion. There's nothing you have to do, nothing you have to be. You're already a divine masterpiece. So, deep breath. And just carry this with you today. regardless of the twists and turns of your own human experience, it's all perfect. Everything's happening for your greatest and grandest learning, growing, healing. And if we just let go of holding things up to this template of how we think things should look, we free ourselves to evolve, to unfold, and to step into the next greater and grander expression of who and what you are. So just take a deep inhale and realize you're perfect just the way you are. Another deep inhale. So people often ask, well, what's the recipe for this expanded definition of perfection? Is to stumble, is to fall, is to get out there and leap and dive. And it reminds me of my daughter when she was very young, who thought it would be a really good idea to go headfirst into My Little Pony castle off the chair and to have that experience. Got a nice, beautiful black eye out of it. And it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. Maybe I should like go hands first, or maybe I shouldn't even dive into the My Little Pony castle to begin with. So life is full of all kinds of examples of opportunities to learn, to grow, and unfold. You are a divine spiritual being. You came here to play the ultimate game, the cosmic game of hide and seek, and you're in the process of revealing your magic, revealing your authenticity. Leverage the challenges, leverage the so-called mistakes to teach you, to help you to grow, and to support you in your unfolding and becoming and realizing and embodying that you are perfection, experiencing his and herself. So go put that into the perfection pipe for the day, and look forward to getting caught up with you soon. So thank you for your dedication to working on yourself. Thank you for your dedication to shining your light. Thank you for your dedication in making a positive change on the planet today. Because through this process, we all learn, we all grow, but we shine our light, and that light is ultimately what's going to transform the world we live in. Thank you. Have a harmonious day.